All right, let's just jump right in. You open any news app, you turn on the TV, and it feels like the message is always the same, right? Uncertainty. It's this word we're all so tired of hearing, but honestly, it's the perfect word for the economic climate we're all trying to figure out right now.
And it's more than just a word, it's a feeling. All the talk about inflation, the market going up one day and down the next, and of course that big, scary word, recession. It's a lot. And the noise can be absolutely deafening. It makes you feel like you're just along for the ride, with no control whatsoever.
But here's the thing. What if you could flip that script? What if you could go from feeling anxious to feeling like you're in charge? Imagine having a clear, step-by-step blueprint to build like a financial fortress around yourself and your family. Well, that's exactly what we're going to start building today.
Okay, so first things first. We have to protect our foundation. And when we're talking about your finances, your single most important asset, well, it's probably not what you're thinking. That's right. It's not the money in your 401k. It's not the equity in your home. It's not your car. It's your income, your job. Think about it. Your ability to earn money is the engine that powers your entire financial life. So when things get shaky, priority number one has to be securing that engine.
So how do you actually do that? The key is this really cool concept called entrepreneurship. And all it really means is shifting how you think about your job. See, in a downturn, companies cut expenses, but they fight to protect their investments. Your mission is to make sure your company sees you not as an expense on a spreadsheet, but as a critical investment in their success.
And you can do this in two really practical steps. First, you got to audit your value. And I don't just mean list your job duties, I mean ask the hard question. If my job just disappeared tomorrow, how much would it actually cost the company? In lost sales, in lost efficiency, put a number on it. Then, second, you upskill in public. It's not enough to just learn new things on your own. You have to make sure leadership knows you're growing. Because when they see you investing in yourself, they see you investing in them.
So here's the bottom line. This isn't about working yourself to the bone or staying later than everyone else. It's about strategically making yourself more valuable. You want to increase your replacement costs so high that letting you go would just be a terrible business decision. You become too valuable to lose.
All right, so once that income engine is secure, we turn our attention to your wallet. We're going to do a 30-day financial triage. And don't worry, this isn't about eating ramen for a month. It's a focused, structured sprint to get you in total control of your money.
And here's what that 30-day plan looks like. Week 1, we do the leak audit. We're hunting down all those sneaky subscriptions you forgot about and staring down any high-interest debt that's draining you. Then, week 2 is about the starter fund. This isn't some huge 6-month emergency fund. Not yet. This is just a mini fund, enough to cover one big surprise, like the car breaking down, so a small problem doesn't become a crisis. In week 3, we create the necessity map. This is where you get real honest with yourself and separate your survival expenses from your lifestyle expenses. Finally, week 4 is all about automation. We set up systems so that you're saving money automatically before you even have the chance to spend.
Now, I want you to know these aren't just random tips I pulled from the internet. They're actually part of a much bigger strategy, one developed by an expert who literally studies these huge economic shifts for a living. Let's dig into the professor's perspective.
This quote from Professor Anant Singh really hits the nail on the head. Think about it. The big picture stuff, the macro economy, global markets, interest rates, all that, we can't control it. But our personal financial world, our microeconomy, that's a different story. That is 100% in our hands. And that's a really powerful idea, isn't it? You see, as a professor of finance, economics, and even geopolitics, Professor Singh's whole world is that big picture. He studies global markets and trade cycles. But his real mission, his passion, is to take all of that complex, academic-level knowledge and make it practical and accessible for everybody. He truly believes that you should be making financial decisions from a place of strategy, not a place of fear.
And that's what this whole blueprint is about, giving you a strategy. We've talked about the main ideas today, and now let's look at how it all fits together in a complete guide.
You know, think of what we've just done as looking at a map. We've pointed out the most important landmarks. Securing your job, getting a handle on your finances, it shows you where to go.
But to actually make the journey, what you really need is the guide.
And this is it. Professor Singh has basically taken his entire university curriculum on this topic. All the deep dive checklists, the templates for your budget, the step-by-step 30-day plan, and he's put it all into this incredibly straightforward guide called Recession-Proof Your Wallet. Now here's the thing that's really important to the professor. He believes that financial literacy, real financial knowledge, should be a right for everyone, not some luxury for the wealthy. And that's why he's made this entire blueprint available anywhere in the world for just $2. I mean, for less than a cup of coffee, you get the entire roadmap.
Because that's what this is all about, right? This is the blueprint to take you from feeling worried every time you see a headline to feeling weatherproof, to feeling like you are in the driver's seat of your own financial life. It's about getting that peace of mind that only comes from having a solid plan.
So, I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. The economy is always going to have uncertain times. That's a given. But your response to that uncertainty, does that have to be uncertain too? Or can your response be one of strategy, of control, of confidence? That choice is entirely yours.